Hey y'all, good afternoon. This is Sophia. Um, yes, Maleo, I guess the next time you see me make a video, my hair will be combed. I'm just chilling outside. And just finished watching your live. That was really, really great to see your face and yeah, celebrate the ending of this 30-day journey, which I haven't been really engaged and involved in. So, like I said, I will be doing a redo or a re-over, retake or whatever, but I did get a lot of great things from that process. But what's interesting is last night or early this morning, I actually, I'm sorry, I ate a burrito. I hope I don't have stuff in my teeth. But last night, it was really going up into the early mornings, where the early morning before waking up, I had a dream, and I don't dream, I dream really infrequently. So a lot of times when I have them, I always feel like they have some significance or some message that, I really need to pay attention to. So this particular dream was interesting because apparently either I was a drug addict or I was on some trip and I did not know like a trippy drug or something and had some type of really kind of scary experience. However, well, I just tell a story. So basically, I was in a car and I was driving. I think someone else was in the car, so we were going somewhere. It was a friend. I don't remember, but a couple of people who were actually people I know. But this person, the people in the car or the person in the car I didn't know, was just a person in the car. And at one point I was driving on the road, but then the other point it shifted to me just driving in the air, like flying almost, but still like I was level on the road, but just, going through the air, going through buildings, just driving straight through, and not really knowing what was going on, and seemed a little confusing. And then I landed to this house or some type of uh, boarding house. I don't know. You know how dreams can shift. But basically, then I started flying. I was actually, flying over the high flights of the house because it was several stories of the building, and maybe it turns out that I thought I was flying and I really wasn't, and so people took notice and decided to come and take me to either a hospital or a rehab center. It looked more like a rehab center because there were other people there. It wasn't like the typical hospital rooms. It was more like I had an open area lobby, like your typical group home or something. And I had on different clothes. It wasn't like a robe, but it was just like different type of garment. Maybe something the standard issue when they admit you to the crazy house, whatever. But I saw my brother, one of my brothers. He called my name. He was like, Sonia. That's my real name. For those of you that might be confused, like Maleo gets not confused, but just like your brain has to switch lanes. I love the name Sophia. I fell in love with it as a little child because I love the actress Sophia Loren, and I thought she's just like so beautiful and so like she's ethnic. She's Italian, but she has like a deep, dark richness to her persona, and I feel like I can identify with her in a lot of ways. But back to the dream, my brother was calling my name, my youngest brother, and this brother is, has had a troubled past. He's bipolar. He's been on a lot of psychoactive medications, lithium, all kind of stuff you can name. He's been on and off and in and out of jail. But he called my name. He was like, Sonia, but he looked like he was healthy, but he recognized that I was really out of it. he said, Sonia, you own it. You own it like that. And so he came to me and he had a friend with him. And I just kind of looked at him like I knew I recognized him, but I couldn't really talk because I just was not bothered by anything in life. I had pretty well detached. Um, and I wasn't feeling sad. It was just like more like a, of no consequence, kind of comfortable oblivion to what was going on around me. And throughout the experience, though, and I think I had just gotten a Snapchat from somebody which woke me up at 3. That's why I know it was an early morning dream because I laid back down. And that's when I had the dream. But I saw her face, and throughout the whole dream, she's, kind of my caretaker, taking me where I need to go, making sure she stays with me, and takes me to the places I need to go for treatment or to meet people, and just kind of looking out for me to make sure that I don't do something to harm myself or, anyone else either. But mostly just, kind of like a caretaker. She's a younger lady. So there were some significant things that happened, but I would say overall, everyone in the dream was taking care of me. I mean, they were checking for me, looking out for me, making sure I got the help that I needed. Even on a case where, there was a mention of how they had to finagle the insurance to make sure it covered my treatment. They had made up this story. I mean, these are doctors and, hospital or rehab staff or whatever, making sure that the that I got what I needed, no matter what needed to be done. They made sure stuff was in order. And there were a lot of men, which was a good thing. And I didn't really recognize this during the dream, but after when I woke up, I just kind of thought about it, and I said, you know what? There were just a lot of men in the dream that were making sure that I was okay. They were like, hey, Maleo. They were like making sure, I'm talking about the dream that I had last night. They were really making sure that, that I wasn't, alone, or that I was encouraged, or I felt safe, even though I didn't really know. I won't say I didn't know who I was. I really didn't give a crap about who I was or anybody else. But my mind had kind of slipped away for a minute. And so they were doing everything they could to, assist me with getting back to, myself and getting back to some sense of reality. And there was one man that I encountered in particular at the home. And I won't say he's a white man. It was more like he had really, really fair skin, but it was more olive. And it was thick. He was an older guy, but not, too old, just kind of older. And he had real thick lips. And he was approaching me. And he says, yes, I can feel your energy. Say, she's a healer. And so he began to embrace me. And I could feel his as well. And then he wanted to kiss me. So, I was like, okay, sure, what the heck? I'll give you a kiss. He didn't ask for it. He was just coming for it. And so I remember feeling his lips pressing on mine. And obviously, you see, I have voluptuous lips. And he kissed me, and it was getting a little too juicy, I remember. But it was still memorable. But I just felt that energy in that moment that to confirm or affirm that I'm a healer. Like, we all are healers. But just, I think this dream for me really reminded me, helped to affirm and like kind of underscore. I'm not really sure how to say it. Confirm and encourage me to remind myself that, the positive qualities I have about myself and really just who I am, and just to know that without doubting it or questioning it or thinking that somebody else is better than mine, or I'm always catching up to people, you know how we do when we compare ourselves to others. But it was a really good feeling to just feel loved and supported and taken care of. Like these people, I couldn't take care of myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was. I'm thinking I'm flying, and I am putting myself in physical danger. And so eventually, at some point, I think I was started to come around. I'm not even sure what the actual treatment was, but I knew I was around a lot of people that were just really concerned about me, were pulling out all the stops for me, all the resources that needed to be accessed. I had full access to it without question. And these were people that apparently maybe I had known or crossed paths with at some point in my life prior, but I didn't know who the hell they were at the time. And I remember towards the end, the young lady that was my friend, she was taking me to my car, and I had kind of just left it on the street. The windows rolled down, and I was still kind of high up on like one of the high floors, and I still had this kind of fear of, I felt like I was gonna fall over the edge, but she just kind of guided me back, back inside the building, because I think it might have been not a patio, but some type of ledge, and she just guided me back in the building. I wasn't trying to jump. I was just, my my sensory perception, like my spatial perception, was still a little bit off. It was almost like I had taken something unaware, or some type of substance that was just now wearing off, and I was still coming back to myself. So she took me back to my car. And then I woke up. Oh no, before I woke up though, on the way out, there was this white man. Apparently knew me. I had worked for him before or something, and he made a joke, and it was almost like he was like an uncle or a father figure for me, because he gave me the look and he was talking to me like he just really understood me. And that's where I felt I haven't felt from men or father figures that they get me, that they see my heart, that they, understand anything about what I'm going through. They would just look at me as a typical woman, well, are you good for some pussy or some money, or, superficial things like that, but never really, could see who I really am and the value and worth that I had. And that's felt really good to be regarded in that way and feel it genuinely coming from a man. This was important for me. I didn't realize how much it was until I just thought about it, and how all my life, or a majority of my life, has been me seeking the approval, attention, and my worth from men, because I feel like I didn't get that as a child. Sorry, I got too close. But so basically, I guess what I'm saying is, it's interesting that this challenge ends today, and I have that dream to like really fortify my thoughts and my knowing about myself, because I feel like that's going to help me to shake the foundation on how I've been approaching life in the past, as well as my worth. I mean, I think that our self-worth and our thoughts about ourselves definitely impact the choices that we make, especially in relationships, anything in life. We choose, or we go after, or we pursue the things that we feel like we are deserve. So we don't feel like we good enough for something, we're not gonna believe that it's even possible. And I'm just being real. I mean, I gotta stay real, but I'm just saying, like, this is really more for me than anyone else. But I can look back over my life and the choices I've made, and they certainly reflect the thoughts that I had about myself. But being able to actually literally feel that love and support, like on a real level, even though it was a dream, I still have that feeling to carry with me and to build on. I feel like it is it's amazing, because it really sets you free to believe the impossible and actually shifts you into that space of making it a reality in your life. So, yeah, I just want to share that and say I really appreciate and I'm grateful for the space you created here. I mean, for $30, how much have I paid? It wasn't that much. We have gotten a tremendous amount of support and insight and tools, and really it's up to us to take advantage of that. But I want to say thank you for being transparent. Thank you for pouring out of yourself and committing to, that's a serious commitment, be getting up every morning to start us off with that declaration and giving us what we need. And I love the way, Facebook Live is such a great way to connect with people, because you can post all day, but when you see the person, you can kind of interact with the chatting, but you can also see the person and kind of really connect with their energy in that moment. And even if you watch the replay, you can do it. So I think this is a great format. Sometimes the videos, now this is not a complaint, but sometimes the videos are a little too long because my day requires me. I can't watch. I have to make time to watch, a 30-minute video or 40-minute video. But that's really just planning on my part, because sometimes you have to say what you have to say, whatever that message is. And the fact that they're there for you to go back and watch at any time is another level of convenience. So I think, I'm grateful that I actually have access to these opportunities to get my shit together and love myself in the process. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to growing even more and just becoming more comfortable in my own skin. And not to be cliches, but just like sometimes, well, a lot of times, when I'm around other people or whatever, if my thoughts are that I don't feel good enough or pretty or enlightened enough or conscious enough or whatever kind of stuff we criticize ourselves about, I will hold back, or we wear a mask that what we think people want us to be and all this other crap, and I'm just ready to just let all that go. And this is really a major part in helping me to do that. So I thank you from my heart. And I know I'm crazy, I'm a nut. I'm gonna be a nut all day, and I celebrate that about me. So yeah, I will comb this head, and I get on open mic. It's not as frequent as it used to be because I don't get out as much. I'm just a homebody, but I feel like that's a great way for me to express my energy. Express myself and release energy and connect with other people. So that is something that I can do today, and I'll let you know how it goes. I may snap a little video or go live if time permits, or the situation permits me to be video recorded. So y'all have a lovely day today. I love everyone. I started to say something silly. I don't like everyone, but I don't, I'm not gonna be that way. I'm not gonna be petty. I thank you once again, and y'all have a great day. It's beautiful out here. I'm in Florida, not South Florida, North Florida, Tallahassee, but nevertheless it's beautiful. I like being out with the trees and listen to the birds sing and whatnot. So yeah, just gonna enjoy the rest of the day and try to get some work done and other things. And you all, how you like my yeah, it's I need to clean it. Y'all catching me in the raw, so don't be screenshotting, putting me out like that. But anyway, it's me all day. Now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go. Y'all have a lovely day. Peace and love.